One Piece, episode 1146, begins with the Marines' report that all the pacifista attacking them have been neutralized, freeing them to continue their offensive and stop Luffy and Bonnie from escaping. Nusjuro, furious, condemns Dr. Vegapunk for giving a mere 12-year-old authority over a weapon capable of destroying nations, calling the act both insolent and foolish. Meanwhile, Oimo and Kashi suggest returning to their ship now that the five elders are on the scene, but the Marines redirect their efforts to sink the giant's vessel before it can depart, repositioning toward the northeast shore. With Bonnie's group, Frankie defeats Red King. Bonnie entrusts Kuma's safety to one of the giants before turning her powers on Pomsky, transforming him into a child and then kicking him aside, a move that Guillotine decries as cruel. Over in the Laba phase, Mars frees York and brings her to the broadcast room, immediately firing a destructive beam. The transmission, however, continues uninterrupted. York explains that if she had been Stella, she would have hidden the transmission Mushi in a nearly impossible place. Mars proposes destroying the entire lab, but York warns against it. Building B's second floor houses weapons development, the first floor powers the station, and Building C's third floor contains dangerous high-pressure cylinders. Destroying them would obliterate all of Punk records. Frustrated, Mars orders York to find a solution. She reluctantly agrees, unwilling to damage her standing with the elders any further. Mars then senses a faint voice emanating from above within Punk records, and York deduces that the Mushi must be hidden there. She gives him its shape to aid the search, and he departs toward the entrance. Once Mars is gone, Stussy exhales in relief that they went unnoticed, and Kaku echoes the sentiment. Stussy identifies the being they saw as one of the five elders, while Kaku remarks that Mars's transformation disgusted him. He teases her for being abandoned by both Vegapunk and the Straw Hats, saying it's ironic after her betrayal of CP0. Stussy, however, explains she remained voluntarily to carry out her final mission. Back with the crew, Nami asks Edison if they truly intend to leave Stussy behind. Edison replies that they have no choice. The Frontier Dome must fall the moment the Sunny makes its escape, and Stussy volunteered to stay at the command tower to deactivate it. The only way to honor her choice is to ensure their survival. Robin worries how they'll cover the distance without the Vegaforce 01 carrying them, but Edison admits he's unsure. Usopp, however, announces that he's finished preparing the coup de burst. They can launch once Zoro and Jinbei arrive. If not, they'll improvise with their combined powers. Edison calls the crew reckless, but with a smile, adds that he's always believed miracles happen when courage overcomes everything. Inspired, he declares they'll test that theory by blasting through the Frontier Dome itself, to Nami's horror. Meanwhile, Jupiter reforms and unleashes a massive vortex, pulling in everything nearby and halting Luffy and the giants. Luffy rips a building free and jams it into Jupiter's mouth, cutting off the suction. As they press forward, Luffy's Gear 5 wears off, leaving him shriveled and drained of the energy he gained from earlier meals. Seeing this, Brogy offers them their emergency rations, Haikar. Despite its foul smell, Luffy devours it all, regaining his strength. Workery then charges them, but Luffy counters with Gomu Gomu no Red Rock, slamming his fist into Workery's head. To his shock, Workery's skull proved tougher than expected, leaving Luffy recoiling in pain. At the Laba phase's rear entrance, Saturn climbs the island cloud and confronts Usopp, Nami, and Chopper. Nusjuro arrives at Bonnie's location, felling one giant before closing in on her, Frankie, and Atlas. Meanwhile, Mars locates the hidden Mushi. Only a single minute remains before the broadcast begins. Just as he thinks Vegapunk's luck has run out, he hears a strange gurgling above him, and his expression turns grave as he looks up. This is all about this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss next episodes. Peace!